Hey everybody, so we're now going to switch to daytime so we can solve puzzles. Alright, so obviously we need to get around, so we need to fix the boat. So to do that, you want to switch to daytime. Do. Alright. So yes, I actually do know how to canoe and I know how to kayak. I actually taught myself how to do both things.
The spark plug is missing.
Yes, I know, Nancy. That's why we're going to fix it. Okay. Switch is out and which is in. Okay, so... Alright. And that's it.
Something must be very wrong with this engine.
Let's see. So that's out and that's in. So that's out, that's in, that's middle. Alright, that's out. This is in. This is in. That's I don't know what. That means in. Oh, whoops.
I gotta have some torque.
Okay, that's in. That's out. Wait. Out. That's in. That's out. Middle? Okay, I think that's right. Ta-da! Right, safety first. So don't forget your wet life jacket. Alright, so let's get that water tested. Yes! When I graduated college, I wanted to be a park ranger. And then I decided, no, I don't want to be a park ranger. Then I wanted to be an English teacher. But then I settled on creating maps. Alright, so this is the ranger station. Now, one thing I will tell you is that these games are secretly educational, so you are going to learn a lot. Yes, we actually do have white-tailed deer where I'm from. The kind that we have here is native to where I live and is only found along the river. We also do have herons, we have otters and skunks. We don't have chipmunks, but we do have gray squirrels. Okay. How old is this tree? So dendrochronology is the study of tree rings. So the further spaced apart they are, the older the tree is. And this is Jeff.
Hello. Can I help you?
Hi, Jeff. Jeff.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm visiting Sally McDonald. Are you the park ranger?
Park Ranger Jeff Akers, at your service.
Can you mail my letter?
Sally McDonald.
Is
the woman who bought the old Malone place.
That's her. Unfortunately, she seems to have developed a problem of the canine kind.
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
Well, I saw them myself, and somehow they can open doors.
I saw them myself.
Whatever's out there, I'm sure they're no more and no less than exactly what they look
What would make
and
a
sound
dog's
like.
eyes glow yellow?
Dogs. Living,
Flashlights?
breathing, very noisy.
Glow sticks?
Dogs.
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet, maybe? Some oddball vitamin or protein.
Why do you think dogs would attack Sally's house?
Dogs can be trained to do almost anything.
Interesting.
Have you ever investigated the ghost dogs yourself?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Sorry,
Yes,
it's
I
my
asked
nature.
a lot of
But would it be
questions.
okay if I asked a few more?
I'm a very busy man, Miss Drew, but I am here to serve the public.
This place isn't exactly your ordinary ranger station, is it?
It's also the Moon Lake Post Office,
Oh, that's
and
handy, 'cause I have a
it's
letter
the
I need to
unofficial Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History. I've lived here all my life, so I can't help but feel obligated to protect not only the area's flora and fauna, but also its past.
Cool.
So you know all about Mickey Malone?
As a member of the law enforcement community, I prefer to dwell on the positive aspects of history instead of on the activities of a bunch of
Ah, here we
glorified
go.
thugs.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Not at all.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too. Just pump some water into this vial, return the sample to me, I'll send it off, and in a day or two you'll find out whether or not your water's fit to drink.
Does everyone out here have a well?
Everyone who doesn't want to die of thirst does. Hooking up to a municipal water supply is out of the question.
Okay,
Too
it's like the
expensive.
same situation like where I lived. Yeah, so I lived in Florida for a couple of years, and so I worked with, the local people too. Yes, I lived in Florida for a couple of years, and so I worked with, like the local people too. And in the eastern part of the county, a lot of people had wells because, water in Florida is like super freaking expensive. And we actually did have somebody call up once that they want to install a well. And where I lived in Florida, you had to have a permit in order to dig a well. Like, you couldn't just go onto your property and dig a well. You actually had to get a permit. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they have
behind the
wells.
Malone
Yeah,
house.
water is
People
very
are very
expensive.
Beyond that, what's to know?
Are Malone's dogs buried there?
That's the rumor.
The inscription on one of the tombstones reads Waldo Matthias. Does that name ring any bells?
Not in my steeple.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Please do. And if you have any questions,
Any more questions?
just ask.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry
That
some
is
nasty
particularly
diseases.
nasty.
Thanks for the tip, Ranger Acres.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, hentavirus. Yes, the hentavirus is often spread through mouse droppings. See, Giardia, or Giardias. Yeah. That's why you never want to drink river water or stream water, because you could get Giardia, which is basically the parasite that lives in the water. Where I live, they have to test the water at least once every year. We actually had to boil water a couple of times. Yeah. A couple of water notices where we had to boil water. The crazy part was that it was during the summer, so it was like super freaking hot out, and we had to boil water. Lyme disease, I don't know if they have Lyme disease where I live. I know there's a bunch of woods and that you have to wear pants so that the ticks don't bite you, but I don't think anybody here gets Lyme disease. Forest fire prevention, yeah, we do have fire watch every summer. Some crazy person always lights a campfire or fireworks, and it burns down part of the forest here, like every year. I hate it. Okay. Mystery Moon Lake. Lenape. So apparently the Lenape do not exist anymore, and they are the only tribe that is not recognized. Like, they've tried to get recognized, but they can't. Famous. Oh, hello you. Cutesy little dog. Ah, the CCC. Yeah, they actually had the CCC out on the coast, like where we live. Like on the coast where we live, they did some of the roads up to the state park, but they're not very good. Alright, so let's go test our water. Hopefully we don't find any toxic metals. Although that's probably going to be hard to prove because either it's naturally in the water or somebody put it there. Alright, so to test the water, you just want to go here, find your bucket, fill it with water, priming the pump, so I can get a water sample. And just like that.
I don't
and
need
dump
water
your
right
water.
now.
Oh, right. Let's go drop this off. And in a day or two, we will get water results. Oh, I guess Bucket's coming along too.
You're back.
I have that water sample. What do I do with it?
Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Alright, so let's go to M's Emporium. Alright. Ooh, buy a piece of the past. 80 years ago was crawling with gangsters and flappers, the roaring 20s. Actually, it's 100 years ago. Ooh, live bait. Well, if I ever go fishing. Howdy,
Hey
howdy.
there! Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
Hey!
I need to find somebody with a chainsaw, and Sally McDonald suggested I talk to you.
Sally McDonald, huh? You a friend of hers?
Yeah.
I'm Nancy Drew. I drove in last night all the way from River Heights.
Now what's she doing inviting guests out to that old dump?
Well, I need
She's
a chainsaw.
got a little problem she's hoping I can solve, but right now I need a chainsaw.
A chainsaw?
Yep, dead maples blocking my car.
What I really need is for someone to come out and remove the tree that fell in Sally's driveway.
I'll get Tucker Davis to take care of it. Gotta warn you, though. Tucker tends to do things in his own sweet time. So how come Sally ain't with you?
Well,
She thinks the Malone place is haunted, and after last night, I can see why.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house is gonna be nothing but trouble. And sure enough, Malone's hounds have come back. Just when we all thought they were finally resting in peace.
Have you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to, neither. Just hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
What can you tell me about Red Knot?
The bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up on that weirdo food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
Has he been in the area long?
About as long as those pink-billed warblers and purple-eyed owls he's always chasing have been around. Couple of months, I guess.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in return he asked me to pick up a cassette player from you.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here.
oh wow, I haven't seen a cassette player in a very long time.
What else can I do you for?
These so-called ghost dogs left very real paw prints. I saw some near the cemetery that's by the Malone house. Have you ever been there?
Can't say as I have. Poking around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
Does the name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
Where do you find your... Achoo!
Bless you. It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
You seem to be selling everything under the sun in here.
Best part is, I got most of this stuff for free. See, back in the days of Prohibition, that old Malone place used to be party central. Only way to get to and from back then was by boat. And when those boats dumped, on account of bad weather or bad driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
Wait, you can't dredge a lake. That's illegal. You would have to talk to the, if you're wanting to dredge the lake, you would have to talk to the water bureau, the city water bureau, and get a permit.
So, it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal.
Oh.
According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance.
Oh.
So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state banned it.
Are you saying you
Are
acquired?
you saying you acquired this stuff illegally?
Well, of course not. It all washed up on shore.
Uh-huh. No, bottles don't do that. You'd have to dredge the lake.
Sounds like you aren't real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could take all his precious rules and regulations and take a flying leap. Now, I got nothing against getting more customers in here, mind you. But I kind of like Moon Lake the way it is. Small, quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the lake and all the property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed state park.
Sounded to me like he just wants to preserve the area's history.
He's the type of guy who likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out maybe one ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to do than getting your ear chewed off by yours truly.
I need to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
Right now, cash is kind of a problem for me. Do you think
Yes,
we could
Nancy
do some
never
kind
carries
of
cash
trade
with her.
out?
You scratch my back, I scratch yours, huh? Seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out. Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
I've disturbed him enough already. Would anyone else around here have some?
He's your only hope, but you better ask him for it quick. That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.